Live, local. This is First Alert Weather Extra.
Hey, welcome to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mark Nelson here at KPTV, and every night at 7 p.m. weeknights, we try to give you we do an in-depth look at weather around our region. Sometimes we're going to go beyond, and that's going to happen tonight. Speaking of, Payton, how are you?
Hello, guys. Doing pretty good. How are you?
It's a Monday, but you know, pretty nice. People are in a, I think, pretty good mood because it seems like this fall and November too, it's not constantly gray and rainy.
Yeah, this weekend was perfect. Seriously.
Nice.
I mean, I love when people just say, "Oh, thank you for the perfect weekend," like we control it. Of course we don't. But I'm like, "You're welcome," and then you get all the credit. It's great.
Yeah, we get all the credit. It makes up for all the nasty calls and emails. Nobody calls anymore, but the emails, I suppose, about when something isn't nice, you know, like a rainy November weekend.
Right.
Okay, but we are heading into mid-November. It is the 10th of November. Tomorrow's Veterans Day. Here's what we're going to cover here in First Alert Weather Extra this evening. Mellow weather pattern. This time of the year, we can get really stormy, but I don't see that coming up for a while, at least. But we're going to be turning wetter. That doesn't mean mellow doesn't mean dry necessarily. Cascade snow is coming back as well. Payton's going to take a close look at that. And some other snow somewhere else, too. So a 7-day forecast here. Big messages. We've got 2 pretty dry days coming up here. Then it turns rainy Thursday, Friday, rainy, a few showers Saturday, rainy, breezy Sunday. You know how it works in November, and then showers here. So there's actually 3 weather systems. One here, another organized one comes through here. This is a cold front, although there's not much effect on our temperatures. Weak cold front. And then a little stronger cold front later Sunday, and that should give us a burst of rain and wind. Each of these will give us a little burst of wind with it, but nothing strong. And then a little cooler. We might be mainly in the 40s by next Monday. That's what we're thinking for right now. Okay, so rain. It did rain today, but not officially out of PDX. We had some sprinkles on the east side of the metro area, or once you get east of Troutdale, it was a little more than sprinkles out there. Same thing, Battleground. It was just up against the Cascades. There's a very weak cold front that passed through western Washington. So we're keeping our little our dry streak alive. We have low standards for dry streaks in November, like 2 or 3 days. And now we've had 3 totally dry days. By the way, we're at about 2.5 inches of rain for the month of November. Typically at this point, so a third of the way through the month, we're up to about 1.5 inches or so because we end up around 5.6 something. Do you know the exact number, Payton? Shout it out if you got it.
I want to say 5.54, but I might be
That could
wrong.
be, yeah, something like that.
4.
Anyway, so November dry spell. So we've now had 3 consecutive dry days. Last year we had 4, we had 7 in 2023. This was a crazy year because we had a 2-week dry spell in the middle of kind of a rainy month. And then a lot of years we can't even stitch together more than 2 consecutive dry days. There you go, November 2025 in Portland, 3 degrees above average. So it's been a very warm November. A lot of that driven by the nighttime temperatures have been pretty warm. And then there it is. What'd you say, 5.54?
Oh.
That was close.
I flipped it.
Come on, you were only 900ths away. That was pretty good. Okay, so you saw we had all the rain, and we'll see what the next week or so holds. All right, so the next 7 to 10 days in the I-5 corridor, the big picture, what do we see between now and the 20th? We sure don't see lowland snow. Payton, do you have a graphic coming up for that or no?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk about what's the earliest we've ever seen the lowland snow. We've got some numbers for you. Arctic blast, no, only east of the Rockies. We'll cover that as well. A windstorm, no, unlikely. We don't see any big storms coming up. And widespread flooding, no, because we don't see any real heavy flooding type rain coming up. But what is ahead? 2 more dry days, sprinkles possible, mainly on Wednesday. Mild nights, no sign of November frost. Typically we start to see frost this time of the year, but that's not going to happen. And then it will be turning wet on Thursday. Jet stream is kind of shooting by like this, mainly just to our north. You can see an organized system there, and there's another one that went through today. But the action is up in here, and that's actually kind of a weak jet stream for right now. So here's a higher up view of that. And you can see we kind of have what we call ridging, which is where the jet stream is. It's kind of this sort of look here, where there's kind of like a lens here. All right, but there is a dip in the jet, a trough coming. Looks like it's going to nail us, right? Except here's Wednesday. It splits apart as it approaches. It's just pretty weak. So we got the splitting weather system Thursday, thus the light rain. But then a more organized one seems to be coming Sunday and Monday. This one, yeah, see how it kind of holds together here? That's why we're going to get some mountain snow out of that one. There's a second little one coming in Monday as well. So that's the plan. All right, so short term, what do we see? Here's our latest evening model. In fact, Payton hasn't even seen this one. Okay, this is the 0Z. 0Z here, evening model. So tomorrow morning, areas of low clouds. Could there be a spot of fog, I suppose? Some high clouds, but it seems to break up for a few hours. We could have some sunshine by noon or 10 a.m., noon. And then the clouds thicken again in the afternoon. But no rain. Tomorrow night and Wednesday, there could be a sprinkle. A few little green blips did pass by. This is Wednesday at 2 p.m. Better chance along the coast, but the main weather system is still sitting out there as that trough approaches. And then it gets real juicy. This looks pretty wet Thursday morning, and it's off and on wet throughout the day Thursday. Not a gully washer, but it is going to be wet. Latest forecast rain totals just takes us partway into Thursday, I believe. 7 a.m. Thursday. Oh, it stopped there, so 0.10 of an inch. So tomorrow's Veterans Day looks good. Sunshine to some cloud cover in the afternoon. This is for Veterans Day, all right. The parade down at Albany, one of the biggest in the West, and that one looks fine. The parade at Albany looks fine tomorrow, the big military parade there, or the Veterans Day parade, I should say. So at the coastline tomorrow will be mainly cloudy with some light wind, temperatures in the upper 50s, dry here in the valleys, comfortable temps. Average high now is 56, I believe, or 57, so we're a little above average. Light north wind. In the gorge, not much wind, a little bit of an easterly wind, but light. Partly cloudy and mild, and then we go up on Mount Hood, clouding up mild, 54 at Government Camp. That snow we had, I think we had twice we've had significant snow up there, and it's gone. Partly cloudy and mild in central and eastern Oregon. Again, golfing weather. Ben, you were 68 today, 63 tomorrow, and everybody, most of you in the 60s. All right, so 3-day forecast, still likely dry Wednesday, just a chance for a sprinkle. Thursday is light rain, pretty mild or warm for mid-November. And in fact, if you just look at our 7-day rain, the chance for rain, the percentage chance for rain there, it's pretty high most of the time Thursday and beyond. The lowest chance, again, is Saturday, as I showed you in the 7-day forecast. You've seen this one already. And then I mentioned, oh yeah, let's see, Thursday here. And the rain totals, this is from our new model. Does it go a little bit further out in time? Maybe, maybe not. Oh yeah, okay, this takes us through Thursday night, maybe a ½ inch of rain, okay, all day Thursday. It'd be a little bit more on Friday, and then we'll add a little more Saturday and Sunday. That's what we were thinking for right now. Okay, one last thing I want to, before I toss over to Payton. Coastal storm update. This is the time of the year we can get big storms. Okay, in November we've had the big Friday the 13th storm in 1981, Friday, November 13th. That was one of our big 3 windstorms we've had here in historic times. So we don't see that coming up. Look at the wind gust forecast. All the way through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Oh, I didn't mean for it to go that fast, but things really flew by. But you didn't see much color over the ocean, did you? There's just no strong windstorms coming up with any storm. Wave height forecast too. When you get to the yellow, that's 20-foot swell, 25-foot swells of red. When it gets to yellow and red, that's getting pretty big. And you see a little bit tries to spin up on Thursday. A little low seems to want to spin up out here, but what's left of that just kind of moves into the California coastline. There's another one approaching Saturday. Notice it's kind of quiet at our coastline. It seems to fall apart and head to the south. So we don't see any huge swell moving towards the coastline. And now we're done with the king tides until we get to early December. Okay, so Cascades. I got my little pass ready to go. I'm ready to ski. My son is ready to go. He's got the skis actually waxed. Payton, what are we going to get?
I'm so sorry, Mark. We're really not going to get much.
Yeah, I know.
But we are going to get a little.
I mean, setting you up.
I know. These systems that come through have just been so warm, especially when it's an atmospheric river. It tends to carry a lot of warm air and needs to really have that cold air blast up to the highest elevations, and we haven't really been lucky with that. But take a look here. Obviously, this looks super intense at your screen, but really, it's just that low that we were talking about Wednesday. It'll finally bring us some cooler air, but still, we are going to probably not even see snow till maybe late Thursday into Friday. You can see that with the purple here, and then a little bit more snow, I think, in that Sunday system, as we saw. There you go. But it's still not a lot. So snow level forecast, this is what we were talking about earlier. Know that Cascade passes around 4,000 feet. We see that line getting close there, snow level line there, and then also a little closer maybe about a week from now. So it's not going to stay at that level. It fluctuates, which means we may see some snow melt too. And that's not good news if you're looking for the ski resorts to open, because we need that snow to stay. So looking at our snow forecast, this is ending Saturday at 4, about maybe 3 inches at timberline. Again, that's higher elevation. And then as we get into early next week, yeah, we can get 9 inches timberline, 3 inches government camp. It's just not a lot. Very easily meltable snow. So our Mount Hood forecast for the next 7 days. Snow levels, again, going from 8,000 feet the next couple days to about 4,000, 5,000 in that range, all the way from Thursday through even next Monday, 3,000 on Monday. And then all in all, 7-day snow forecast, 3 to 12 inches. Remember that lower side may be near the passes. I mean, be shocked if we even get 3 inches. We'll see what happens because those roads tend to be a little warmer at the than the vegetation around it. But hey, if you have any friends, family on the East Coast, getting a good taste of winter. I showed this upper level pattern graphic over the weekend, and this is for right now, but this big blue spot probably stretched all the way even to about, I don't know, maybe Kansas. I don't know. It was a good blast of cold air. So we're kind of at the tail end of it, but currently the temperature is still in the 30s as far as Atlanta, Myrtle Beach, New Orleans 48 degrees, Jacksonville's 44. Observed highs today, whoo! Guys, this is where winter is if you want it. 35 Minneapolis, 39 St. Louis, my goodness, Charlotte 49. I even saw, let's see, oh, the Jacksonville went away, but I think I saw 60s in Jacksonville. There's our feels like temperatures tomorrow morning. Remember, feels like temperatures are the wind chill, same thing. Basically, it's what it feels like when we factor in the wind, because your thermometer could read maybe 25 degrees, but if it's windy, probably going to feel more like 16 degrees in Cincinnati. So that's actually the cause of, more winter illnesses like hypothermia or frostbite. But yeah, it gets better because it will start to shift to the east. I don't really foresee this lasting too much longer, but still, I mean, it's a good taste of winter. And you can see snow reports as far south as Tennessee. I'll zoom in here. This includes Gatlinburg, obviously this mountain range here, but Knoxville, Asheville. I was more curious about Knoxville because I know that's more low-lying, but still obviously high enough to get some snowfall. 1/10 of an inch, pretty impressive. And I also looked up at, this is the Knoxville airport. I think it was 30 years ago about that they had a snow this early in the year, so doesn't happen too often. Winter alerts active, winter weather advisory in purple. We got a winter storm warning, pink there, including the Appalachians. Lake effect snow warning, that's what I'll get to here. That's where we're gonna see more snow. Very typical winter pattern as we get some more snow moving to the east from the Great Lakes, but not a lot. I mean, 5 inches in Syracuse seems like a lot, but it's really not for them. By the way, hinted at this earlier, our earliest snow at PDX was November 11th, so basically tomorrow will be the anniversary, 1955. Mark, do the math, 70 years? 70 years tomorrow. Pretty incredible.
Wow.
Records go back to 1940. And if you're curious about downtown, because we have another sensor there, about 1/2 inch, October 29th, 1935. And that's just for downtown. So it can happen, it's just not going to happen probably anytime soon. And that's all I got.
But you're saying from this point forward, there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Right? From this point forward till early April.
Yeah, mid-November kind of opens the chance box, but it's like, we got to get cold. There's so many things, factors. We got to get cold enough. I mean, if the mountains are barely getting snow, we definitely aren't going to get
Basically, we need the cold northerly flow. We need our Arctic blast pattern to get us snow this early in the season. It happened in 1985. I remember sledding at Thanksgiving, like the 21st, 22nd.
Yeah.
But it hasn't happened since. It's been a long time.
It has.
All right, so hey, thanks, Payton. So don't forget to download our regular weather app. You're watching us most likely on the streaming app, maybe on your phone or maybe on your Roku device or your Amazon Fire or YouTube. But download our weather app. That kind of keeps you updated all the time when we have some weather action ongoing, or maybe even if it isn't, we've got the QR code. But just look for that little red, black, and white thing there. So Payton, have we covered everything? Are we good? I don't want to cut you off.
No, I think we're good.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up because, well, it's dinner time here. It's 7:15. All right, so thanks for joining us for First Alert Weather Extra. We have our next show coming up on TV, Fox 12 Plus at 8 p.m., right here on streaming at 8 p.m. as well. And we will be back here tomorrow evening, Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. on Veterans Day for your First Alert Weather Extra. We'll see you then.